Hi guys, welcome to Game of Box Office. Today we will have a look at Straight Outta Compton and its current performance. Straight Outta Compton started its run on August 14th in 2,757 theaters and has been running for 70 days. The movie was produced by Universal with a $28 million budget and has been rated R. On its opening weekend it made $60 million in the USA and Canada and so far has made $161 million. It will most likely finish its run sitting at about $165 million domestically. Adding the $38 million from overseas, that leads us to a sum of $203 million. Looking at these numbers, it becomes apparent that there is a big gap between domestic and overseas revenue. The obvious explanation here is that a movie on N.W.A piques significantly more interest in the USA than anywhere else, making Straight Outta Compton primarily rely on American audiences in order to cover the production cost. Now, with slightly over $200 million made and the low production cost of $28 million, Universal managed to pull off yet another financially successful movie following Jurassic World and Fast and Furious 7 earlier this year. The reasons Straight Outta Compton was so low in its production costs are the lack of big star actors as well as the limited use of CGI and special effects. Nevertheless, it can be considered an enormous success to gross 7.25 times the budget with a non-3D release that was also R-rated. On top of that, the multiplier of Straight Outta Compton is 2.74, which is quite impressive for an R-rated movie. How did Straight Outta Compton manage to have such a strong opening? In order for that to be answered, we need to take a closer look on the movie's marketing. The trailers were all well received by the fans and led to a lot of anticipation building up. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube themselves acted as producers and pushed the movie as much as they could. First estimates calculated a $15 to $20 million opening weekend. The estimates were raised to $20 to $25 million when the trailers were released and to $30 to $33 million after the advanced sales kicked off and it started raining positive critics. However, the marketing move that took the cake was the surprise announcement of Dr. Dre's third album Compton A Soundtrack, to be released just 1 week before Straight Outta Compton. The rap community expected nothing short of a masterpiece after 16 years since Dr. Dre's last album. It was met with universal acclaim and once again the estimates for Straight Outta Compton were raised. By the time the movie was released, most people expected it to gross $45 to $50 million, which would have been enough to set a new record for a musician biopic. Straight Outta Compton even exceeded that expectations, opening to $60 million. Where does that put Straight Outta Compton? Not only is it the most successful biopic about musicians, it is also the 5th highest opening weekend in the month of August, the 4 movies above Straight Outta Compton being PG-13. This means that Straight Outta Compton had the best R-rated opening weekend in August of all time. The movie definitely had one of the more surprising performances this year. Taking all those facts into account, we rate Straight Outta Compton's box office performance with the grade A-. Our next video will either be an analysis about Iron Man or a forecast about The Hateful Eight or Spectre. We hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel. We also appreciate your support on the social networks listed below. See you Friday for our short version of the Straight Outta Compton analysis. Bye bye.